I'd like people to say something positive.
Don't focus too much on the illness, but focus on the recovery side of it and what can be done.
Oh, that's very interesting, and tell me a bit about it.
So I guess the most helpful thing that people can say to you in all sorts of different contexts for me is, how can I help?
Message to family and friends, if they're talking to me about my condition, is not to tell me what I can and can't do, and not to try and put me in cotton wool.
And with loved ones, just see the person, not the heart condition. That would be my advice.
My wife, she said to me, "You are a very strong person, you're very strong-minded, you'll be all right, and I'm standing by you."
I wouldn't like them to be negative. I'd like them to be positive in what advice they give.
I think an example of something that was really helpful when I came back to work after I'd had some cardiac arrest and some surgery was just, how are you? It sounds like a really simple question, but it's great because it's so open, and then it gives you the opportunity to share, like, however much you want to share.
I would like people not to say, "Oh my goodness, that's terrible."
Well, you're on medication, so you must be absolutely fine.
Someone who just buries their head in the sand and doesn't respond at all, or maybe even worse, someone who just wants to change the subject immediately onto something else.
Probably the wrong thing to say is to start telling me about your heart condition. It sort of looks a bit competitive.
A friend asked me about the heart attack and I told him, and he then asked me about whether I had remained conscious throughout the heart attack, and I said yes. And he then went on to say, well, it can't have been that serious then, can it?
I've had a bypass, but I had a new valve put in a couple of years ago, and somebody said, well, what was it? Is it mechanical? What is it? I said, no, it's bovine. So they started making sort of cow noises at me, which I thought was quite amusing. I don't know whether they expected me to respond with a moo as well.
A friend who is actually a grandma, when I told her I had a pacemaker, she said, oh, you're like a grandma, which I'm not, and she is. That was a bit of a silly thing to say.